Welcome to Hello Darling High Heel Talk, where we discuss the high-end topics with our high-heeled panel. Our panel today is Donna Stambulish. Hello.
Hello, darling.
Donna is clinical psychologist, media commentator, and co-founder of the Recode Me addiction programs. Liz Parnoff, former Olympian, winner of the Survivor. Welcome, Liz.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling. And Astrid Tichy-Boo, who is the international model, director and founder of the Kaleidoscope World of Fashion.
Hello, darling. Thank
Hello,
you for
girls.
having me.
I'm going to open our discussion today with the phenomena of Barbie movie success. The movie has earned over $1 billion only after 17 days of its opening. Obviously, starring the hottest woman in Hollywood, Margot Robbie, pretty hot Ryan Gosling, and directed by Greta Gerwig. The movie happens to be the biggest box office success in the history of cinema to date by sole female director. Ladies, now we're going to discuss, did the $150 billion marketing budget help? Are there other factors that made Barbie such a phenomenon? What's happening in our society that Barbie is rocking it? And I'm going to start with reading the famous by now Barbie Manifesto, just to refresh your memory of those who obviously went and saw Barbie, about this iconic monologue, Barbie's Manifesto. It is literally impossible to be a woman. You are so beautiful and so smart, and it kills me that you don't think you are good enough. Like, we have to always be extraordinary, but somehow we're always doing it wrong. We have to be too thin, but not too thin. And you can never say you want to be thin. You have to say you want to be healthy, but also you have to be thin. You have to have money, but you can't ask for money because that's crass. You have to be a boss, but you can't be mean. You have to lead, but you can't squash other people's ideas. You're supposed to love being a mother, but you don't talk about your kids all the damn time. You have to be a career woman, but also always be looking out for other people. You have to answer for men's bad behavior, which is insane. But if you point it out, you are accused of complaining. You are supposed to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them too much. Or that you threaten other women because you're supposed to be part of the sisterhood. But always stand out and always be grateful. But never forget that the system is rigged. So find a way to acknowledge that, but also always be grateful. You have to never get old, never be rude, never show off, never be selfish, never fall down, never fail, never show fear, never get out of line. It is too hard. It's too contradictory, and nobody gives you a medal or says thank you. And it turns out, in fact, that not only are you doing everything wrong, but also everything is your fault. I'm just so tired of watching myself and every single other woman tie herself into knots so that people will like us. And if all of that is also true for the doll representing women, then I don't even know. Ladies and gentlemen, now I don't expect applause.
Barbara, you deserve to be in Hollywood. That was amazing.
Hollywood will call. Yeah, don't call us, we call you. Now, Donna, what's your take about how incredibly hard it is to be a woman?
I just loved that manifesto. And when I saw it in the movie, I was just like, is someone in my head? because it just rings so true. And I think, you know, in 2023, although, you know, we're talking more about gender equality and, you know, closing the pay gap and all of that sort of stuff, like we're just expected to do it all, be it all, and have it all. And I think that just, you know, it's just so succinct, and it's just like, it's just so much pressure on us as women just, you know, to be perfect, I guess, in every way.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's funny, I have stopped working as of late, and I've been kind of focusing on my own brand and having a bit of time off. And I found myself at home for a few days not going to work, and I felt guilty. I felt guilty that I was at home, I was doing the washing, I was doing the cooking, I was keeping the house in check, but I wasn't working, and so I felt like I wasn't doing enough. Like, why do we feel that way? Why is society making us feel like unless we do everything, we're failures?
But we also program ourselves this way. I think I was born guilty because I always hated Sundays, even as a little girl, because I felt like people don't do enough because it's Sunday. So the attitude of guilt of relaxation or me time, we are human beings, not human doings. That's actually what should be taught at schools. Astrid, I don't want to leave you out of it. Darling, is it easier to be a woman or is it easier to be a man in today's world?
I'm gonna say it's not even easy to be a human being. Let me just say this way. In this society those days, it's very hard just to be a human being. And for me, I don't think I have like this pressure of society because I don't even care what the society doing. Because for me, I learned one thing that doesn't matter what you do, the society gonna always have something to say. You have actually not to take yourself away from the society and say, you guys can go ahead, but I'm going to do my thing my way. And that's where I find my peace and my happiness, because I remember there were a time where, I don't know if you guys remember when the iPhone came out, everyone wants to have an iPhone. I found myself getting an iPhone, and then after that, the iPad, I was like, whoa, I'm becoming an I instead of becoming we. So I have to stop somewhere. Like, I'm starting to get addicted and getting carried away with the society, and I stop. And this is where actually I realized that I'm not gonna follow anyone because the pressure on me, which photo I'm going to post has to be perfect, because I keep seeing everyone is doing their holiday, they're showing it this way, they're getting more followers. No, this is the photo that I'm posting that I'm very happy about it. This is the photo that I'm feeling really well. Because I'm sure all those women, they cry too, and nobody's gonna put a cry photo there. You see, so I was now starting to choose what is real. And for me, listening to what Barbie said, yes, true, but why is it that way? It's because you choose. You have a choice here.
Okay. Now, did you play with Barbies when you were little?
I was such a tomboy, though. I was such a tomboy. I have friends who play with them while I was pretty much like, yeah, I have two brothers coming after me. I was such a tomboy. I know you're not going to tell. But I think I still have the tomboy side, and I enjoy it. I think I was more Ken.
Yeah, you were more Ken, darling. Anything changed?
Oh, no. I'm not going to change to Ken. I was more Ken.
Okay, Liz, did you play with Barbies when you were little?
No, I didn't, because I was playing sport. I was very much like Astrid, a tomboy. I was outside running around playing. So when I was watching the movie, there was a lot of moments where my girlfriend said, oh, I had that Barbie, or I had those clothes, or that building, but I couldn't connect. Yeah, I was just like, oh, okay, like I felt a little bit bored.
Yeah.
In those moments.
Yeah, okay. And Donna, did you play with Barbies?
I did not play with Barbies. How's that? 3 for
I know.
3? Like, what is
Okay, how about
happening?
Ken?
No, not Ken either. My mum wouldn't buy me a Barbie because, and it's very sort of forward thinking of her, I think, because she didn't subscribe to the whole you need to be thin to be beautiful, and she didn't want me growing up with those negative body image issues, which we know now how devastating they are. You know, she just didn't want me growing up like that. I was out the front playing sport with my two older brothers, and that's just what we did, because we didn't have iPhones. And I love what you're saying, because, you know, I think now we really are living in a, you know, an individualistic society, when really we're built to be collective.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to pick up on that. Really appreciated hearing that.
Now, Barbie can be anything. Barbie in the Barbie movie is astronaut, Nobel Prize winner, athlete, doctor, nurse, professional.
Yeah.
Only can. Do it when you can. Do you think that Barbie is representing battle of sexes? Piers Morgan, who I follow and watch a lot, hello Piers, he called it absolute insult towards manhood, a way they are portrayed, a way it's shown that we can play them when we decide. We know we very often more clever than the men, some men. But if we show it to them, it won't work because they can't take the knowledge, the awareness that we would be stronger than them. So you have to pretend to be the little girl and you have to ask him to sing you the lovely song and you have stars in your eyes. I'm talking Barbie movie. Donna.
I think that he missed the point if that's what he took away from it, because I think the whole point of it was for that to be illustrated to the viewing audience, and then the messaging that came in at the end was that it is unfair to treat men like that, and it is actually unfair to treat women like that. And so we want to have a society where there is no gender bias, or we want quality here.
Yes, Liz, what's your take?
That's interesting, because when Barbara said what Pierce said, I agreed, but then what you've said now, Donna, I agree as well. So I feel like you can look at it from so many different angles and points, and I think that might be why Barbie has smashed it, because so many people can relate
Agree.
and put their own opinion and kind of perspective on the
Correct.
film.
Yes, I've seen it twice, and twice I had completely different
Yes.
perception. How many times did you see it, Annie?
To be honest, I think in that panel here right now, I'm the only one who did not see it, so I did not watch Barbie
All right.
yet. But listening to you all, I'm thinking, maybe I should go and watch it. I think it's like when someone produces a movie, it's always have a message to send. And a good movie always gives the opportunity for many people to be related. And I think this is what Barbie actually has.
You know what I find fascinating? When I went to see Barbie and I saw mothers bringing young
Okay.
daughters, children, and in effect, where I've seen it, before the movie even started, the cinema was packed with 80% female, and it was standing ovation before movie was even screened. So everybody who came decided, this is amazing. We are going to see something that we know is amazing. Okay.
That's too much
That's
for
crazy.
me.
Then the little girls, they obviously won't get the story,
Yeah.
but the candy eye delivery works for every age and every gender and every stage of life. Now, I just saw yesterday on YouTube that the name Barbara is the highest trending name for female-born babies. Margot Robbie announced it, so I feel morally obliged to just continue discussing Barbie phenomena today, because as you probably know, Barbie was created after Ruth's, the founder, daughter's name, Barbara. So this is genuine, the true story. Now, Ken is also trending. The newborn boys will be a lot of Kens coming, darling. So do it when you can.
Don't look at me.
Okay. Now, what was your second reason for loving Barbie? Because you do love Barbie.
Yeah, I loved the whole idea, how Barbie smashed the idea about, perfection is the way to go, and really what we want to see from our mothers and our daughters, what is to be role modelled, is that it's okay to be dark, it's okay to be weird, it's okay to be different. That was like a huge takeaway from me.
Yeah.
And also my 9-year-old daughter as well.
Yeah.
Because we talk a lot about that stuff at home.
Yeah.
But it's okay to be different. So
Yes.
I really, really liked that. And then that's how the relationship was healed at the end between the mother and the daughter. So it was
Liz?
lovely.
Yes, I'm along the lines with Donna as well. I loved the kind of mental awareness of mental health that they put into it. where Barbie starts talking about feeling and talking about death, and she starts crying, and she has these feelings, and she's laying face down on the ground, and she doesn't want to move. And these are feelings and emotions that are so felt throughout society, throughout women and men. And I think highlighting that these emotions are real and we all feel them, and like that is amazing. Like the more we talk about mental health, the better, because we all feel sad and we all have thoughts, and we wonder why we have these feelings and thoughts. And I think it's really great that a film like Barbie, like you said, where it hits genders and ages of pretty much everyone, that we're getting that message across.
Talking about, now since we know you haven't seen Barbie, I have to give you questions.
But I think I pretty much started to pay more attention later on to Barbie when they started not to put more like Barbie who look like me. You see, before I didn't even care about it, not just because I was more in tomboy, but when I heard even like the first time there was about Black Barbie, I was like, wait a minute. No, I am a bit interesting here.
Yes.
You see, and I think as well, like listening to other friends who watch Barbie, they even say like everyone was a Barbie somehow there, you know, and there was Black Barbie, there was a pregnant Barbie, it was, you know, I was like, okay, cool, that sounds good. So a bit of color in the Barbie land.
Now, talking about being person of color, beautiful person of color, you are in a fashion world. You are modeling and you founder of the kaleidoscope world of fashion. Do you find challenges? Do you find that there is efficient amount of color representation, multicultural representation on catwalks, magazines? What's your take on it?
Absolutely. And I think, like, you know, things happen, like many things been changing now. Today, when you go to many gallery or shopping centers, you're starting not to see people of color, actually, even on TV. But if you look back like 10 years ago, there was not like this. You will see maybe in the runway, one black model or two black model, one Asian model or one Indian model. The rest was pretty much white, you know, and it's pretty much sad because I was pretty much this 10 years ago more active than now, where I'm building my platform for all the upcoming models. You know, it's more easy for them, I think, than how it was for me. But I'm just glad that this has changed, and many of, like, you know, multicultural designers, fashion designers coming out now, you know, and they're giving actually the multicultural models more opportunity.
Amazing,
Yeah, so-
wonderful. Other thing I wanted to bring here is friendships, because obviously the sisterhood in the movie was the key to all of it. Yes, when the sisterhood joined, they could turn men into real humans as well, some of them. How do you find in today's world, in a grown-up world, in today's world, how easy and how difficult is to make friendships and maintain friendships?
To be honest, going to all the challenge I have been going through, I think at this moment, it's very hard to find good friends. And it's not because people are bad or anything. It's just be starting to take things more easy. Oh, you follow me on Instagram, I like your picture with your friend. It's not. You don't know the person. You don't know. Like, I have people come to me and say, oh, I said, oh, you don't remember me. I actually don't know you. Or if someone comes to me and say, oh, I saw you hang up with her, or she followed, do you know anything about her? I don't know the person. And even any of my ex-friends, let me just call them there, if someone today come to me and say, oh, you used to hang up with her, how is she doing? I don't know her because I did not spoke with her for a while. I have actually nothing to say because we are not different things. And most important is, how did even the friendship start?
Oh, where the friendship
Begin.
What identifies friendship?
Exactly. People
It's supposed to just hanging out and having good time.
No, it's not. For me, no way. It's not because we hang out, we talk sometimes, it's me, then we are friends.
But then you can have expectations of someone thinking, she is my friend.
Before we start
But she doesn't know she's supposed to be a friend.
Exactly.
She just likes to have
This is why we all have
cocktails.
these issues that I was thinking you are my friends, but excuse me one moment, did you ever ask me to be your friend?
What is a friend, though? Like, what is a friend?
For me, a friend, like, it's first of all, okay, we're gonna start to get mates and started to discover from each other. But one question for me, very important, is to ask, do you want to be my friends?
Okay.
Because I cannot hang out with a guy and say, oh, he's my boyfriend. I never ask him about
Yeah,
it.
of course. Yeah, wow, that's true.
Yeah.
I cannot hang out with a guy and say, oh, this is actually my future husband if I never ask him, do you want to marry me? This is where people always confuse. If you never ask me or I never ask you or we never talk about it, so I cannot even have an expectation if you betray me tomorrow because we never discussed about it.
Liz, what's your experience? When you won the Survivor, you became the super celebrity, still are. You were a celebrity as an athlete. Then, did you have more friends, or did you gain or lose friends?
Great question. I think over my years, so the girls that I went to school with, I'm not friends with pretty much any of them. We're acquaintances, but our lives just went in very separate ways. And only now, at 29, I feel like I have a really solid girlfriend friend group. Like a handful of maybe 10 girls that I hang out with and I can tell everything. And they ask me, oh, have you got more friends? Have you got less friends? And no, because I think during Survivor and myself as a person, I'm very matter of fact and people kind of see me how I am. And I think people kind of read that I have my circle and I'm content. I'm definitely quality over quantity. I definitely have a network of people online who are fans and supporters, and I try to give them as much attention as I can because I'm super grateful for their support. But it's a difference between friends and then these people that kind of back you and wish you well.
Of course, Donna, wish you well, another kind of words.
Yeah.
Donna, friendships in today's world. As a clinical psychologist, hello.
We talk about this stuff all of the time, but for me personally, I have a small tribe of people because I really, and I talk to patients about this all the time, we really are, the sum of the people that we surround ourselves with. You can really measure a person based on their closest friends. Yeah. I think nowadays where we come unstuck. It's so painful when we lose an adult friendship.
Yeah.
Because as women, like we've got so much empathy and we're so intuitive, but it can turn on us, right? Because we go, well, what was wrong with me? Did I do enough? Am I worthy? It's very shameful to lose an adult friendship.
Yeah.
I'd much rather be a kid. Kids just walk up to somebody at the playground. Can I be your
But
friend?
I think it's more painful because we start to love someone for such a long period of time. We share with them like ups and downs and
everything.
You actually grow up with them. And this is what I learned now. I protect my heart. I protect my heart like my house. When I go out, I lock it. So it's the same thing with my heart. I lock my car. When I park it, I lock my heart. So to let someone in, I'm going to ask you, do you really want to come here? Because when you come here, you cannot go. And this is where I'm saying this is when you can start to have no expectation because you came in. When you come into my house, I expect that you look after my house. You see, when I let you in, I'm going to look after you. You see?
Yeah.
So for me, like friendship, I put so much because I put really a lot on my friends, especially being in Australia, being alone here without my family.
Yeah.
My friends become like a family here. This is why friendship means so much to me. You can be wrong, but let's go beat them. I'm going to tell you after off. I'm going to support you first in any bad things you have done, and then I'm going to tell you what you've done wrong. But, this is why many people get so depressed and get so sad what their friends has done because they don't pay attention if this person is really their friend.
Now, we can do the whole panel discussion of friendship, which we will, because we've got beautiful Liz here, an athlete, former athlete, Liz, and team and panel. Do you think that having in female athlete competitions, transgenders competing against biological women is fair?
To put it plain and simple, no. I feel as though personally, being a professional athlete for such a long time, how difficult it is, and it was for me, to put on muscle naturally without any doping, to be fast, to be strong, to have all of these elements of power. A man has more testosterone. They're usually taller. They can grow muscle so much easier than women. So to have a transgender in sport, I think is not right. where the genders are mixed, I would be more than happy and accepting of female, male, and transgender. I have nothing against the transgender
Thank you.
community.
Of course, none of us.
But I think in sport,
Yeah.
it's just two completely different playing fields.
Question: could we think as humans of creating transgender games?
Yes. Why not?
Why not?
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
And talking about transgenders, if it's so hard to be a woman, why so many men want to be a woman?
That's my question too. Like literally, do you really want to go to woman time in the mountains? Like really? Really want to
Yes.
deal with this?
Now, you know, I was thinking about what's your definition of feminism? Because, of course, Barbie is so feminist driven. Is it? What's feminism? Is it misused or misunderstood in today's world?
Oh, I think it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many ideas about feminism. I mean, I just want us all just to treat each other equally and fairly.
Thank
and
you.
I don't want any special treatment, and I don't want to give any special treatment to anyone
Thank you.
else.
I'm a feminist because I want equal rights,
Yeah.
but I love and support men
I love
because I
men.
think if we don't fix men, women will suffer and the world will suffer. All domestic violence is caused by men that are unfortunately not okay.
We need our men and our boys to be good.
Thank
We
you.
just do.
Please, what's your definition of feminism?
I feel like my view and definition on feminism has changed as I've gotten older. It's interesting. I think
Older.
well, like, mature and wise. But I feel like when I was a little girl, the message that I was getting was feminists don't like men, and it's like
That's what I'm
girls,
doing,
girls
Megan.
kind of like
This-
girls
yes.
need to stick together and rule and like put men aside. But I agree with Donna. It's like we're a collective. We're like a team. Why does it have to be a gap with everything? Like I'm a feminist now because I stand for women and I want women to do well, but I'm not bashing men.
Thank you. Astrid, in one sentence, darling.
Sorry, I'm.
No, we all agree.
To be honest, I think I'm just going to go into the Bible for this because for me, at the end of the day, God created Adam first. And I, as a woman, I was created being part of Adam. You know, I'm supposed to be there to help him to become the best so he can look after me and everyone who's coming after me. So I don't believe on those things with feminine. I just believe on women, if you want to do good, ask other women, help each other, but it doesn't mean it to cut other human beings
So
away.
it's the same
And
as we
especially
ought to.
not. Especially when I heard women say, I'm an independent woman, I want to be independent. My friends, you can be independent. I depend on my man because he look good after me. I really want to keep depending on him because when I'm pregnant, I cannot move this fridge. But hey, come here, do this for me. I cannot
No, it's a
do
conscious
for me,
dependence.
it's always like when it comes to this or gender, or we have to be stronger. Why I want to be stronger than men? Let him carry, do whatever, and me enjoying my being a woman. Like, no, why?
Okay.
I don't know.
Put your feet up.
There's now we have
I'm
something.
trying it so good. That's why I have an Italian man, he cooks so nice. Man.
Oh,
No,
no.
amore, keep doing it, amore.
I have a very, 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 very important question. It's called fashion confession. What was your latest fashion confession? What did you buy pink because of Barbie movie? Now, I wore pink before pink was invented.
Margaret loves pink.
Yeah, I really
You
did.
are Barbie.
I'm Barbie today for obvious reasons. We're using Barbie phenomena as an excuse to touch on all these topics. Your fashion confession.
I love pink as well, so I'd worn everything to death in my wardrobe that was pink. So I splashed out on this pink bodysuit today
Beautiful.
for the interview.
Well, as you can see, I don't wear pink. I don't wear a lot of colour, but I've got a beautiful Hello Darling badge and some pink earrings that
Yes.
I treated myself to, but I like to just wear black.
Lovely. Simply black. Yeah? Simply Astrid.
Oh, no.
Astrid looks like a supermodel.
Astrid, exactly.
I'm like the Barbie. No. I love color. You know me, I love color. And especially with my skin tone, I can wear any color. So I enjoy color. That's why even like my platform name is Kaleidoscope, mix of color. But yeah, for the interview today, I pretty much went to my wardrobe and my sister-in-law who got me this dress from Italy, I found it, I was like, okay, it's gonna be perfect for Barbara.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. And what I would like to ask you, have you ever heard the song called Life in Plastic is Fantastic?
my
So, yes, performed by Aqua.
Yes.
Now, what I'm being absolutely fascinated by, that nobody was afraid to do Barbie movie, knowing this kind of statement has been sung around the world, where we are so against plastic. Or are we back to plastic?
We are back to plastic. I think we are back to plastic because the pressure of trying to be perfect is just so much there. You know, I see beautiful girls who just want to look perfect and they do a lot to be that. You know, my background is doctor assistant in beauty surgery and accident surgery. I assist my doctor doing a lot of plastic surgery, you know, and one thing I always used to ask myself is, God doesn't make mistake. He created you perfectly. Believe me, perfectly. You want to handsome it, take some makeup, you know, dress and everything, but everyone is perfectly the way they are created.
Let's celebrate the differences.
Exactly.
Because what makes us unique is the differences that we represent.
Exactly.
Lee Stanning, what's your take on it?
Yes, no, I agree with Astrid. I think we're definitely in a time of plastic. I think everyone wants to look this specific way. Like the Kardashians, if you see, like I was just in America recently, and in Los Angeles, every single female looks the same. They all just look the same. It's like a clone of the Kardashians everywhere. And look at us here today, 4 completely different women, 4 beautiful women. We need to just embrace our individuality and yeah, we're just all created beautifully the way that we are.
I have a question though.
Yes.
Now imagine like the way God created you, yeah? A man's supposed to fall in love with you the way you are, right? So now when you start to change, this person that God has made for you will gonna recognize you when you change everything about you.
Yeah, well, luckily for me, I didn't.
This is not an accusation. It's an accusation.
This is just a question. So when you want to go and change whatever you want to change, because I don't say, oh, little fur here, no, like this little fur is for me nothing. But I mean like those who really do a lot of change, you know.
Well, somebody said today that the young girls, our lady that was helping us with our makeup, Sarah, who said, daughters today, in today times, because of the filters, will never know how the mothers really looked because they only see the filtered version. Hello. I mean, that's quite a statement. But please, sorry, I interrupted you.
Astrid, I just want to say something there. So if a man won't love me if I've changed my personality, like changed my looks, I would want to be with a man that loves my personality, not my exterior.
It's not about being exterior. When I come to a man or woman, I'm going to love the full package, right? I'm accepting to love my full package, not just my brain or just what is inside, it's what outside, because both of them can change. If having a mental breakdown, there's no beauty inside anymore. But I want him still to be there with me, right? So, and if I have an accident, I'm may not going to have the same face or one leg or anything, but I still want him to be there. You see, the full package. So if I'm starting to change some of those stuff, and he's supposed to meet me in a certain time, certain place, or whatever, it's not even recognized that this is actually the woman that I'm supposed to be with, or because men know, you know, even we women know, like, I saw him and this is my man. You see, but if the man looks not the way you actually, because I'm sure we already have a vision of how a certain person should look like to stay in our life. You're not going to recognize him with all the masks they put in. This is what I'm saying.
It's so funny that you say that because there's so many, I'm just thinking, you know, over 20 years of, you know, practice, how many husbands of ex-wives have sat down and said, I don't actually recognise what she looks like anymore because she's had that much work done since that. But what's more concerning is the number of, you know, teenage girls or girls in their early 20s that are obsessed about changing something that they feel like, you know, in terms of like body dysmorphia. They go away, they have the surgery, it might be boobs or a nose, whatever. They come back and they're not any happier.
No.
They're not any happier. And then, you know, they'll go back and get another surgery. It's quite addictive. And these girls are putting their lives at risk.
Yes,
Like,
so many are dying for it.
literally putting their lives at risk to be
I have a
Perfect.
handful of girlfriends that have had their breasts done in their early 20s, and now going into their late 20s, they want to take them out. They don't want them anymore. They regret the decision. So,
Well, where should be the age barrier of being allowed to?
I think it's individual, but I think that, you know, the health system really needs to be held accountable and that there needs to be mandatory, you know, psychological, psychometric testing.
Even
around
the doctor, I'm accusing the doctor because, you know, seeing in the way in Germany things are handled and here it's so easy going here.
Yeah, but even
My
like with
boss used to
bariatric.
sit and ask me, what do you
I
want to
have an
do?
idea. We have to cheers and we're going to call it High Heel Talk
We're too busy
Unfiltered.
chatting away.
Unfiltered High Heel Talk, girls.
Cheers.
Not uncensored, as
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered High Heel
Cheers,
Talk.
Barbara.
Girls, thank you so much. Now, you have one chance to pitch a topic we want to discuss on next High Heel Talk because we just running out of time. This is, what would you like to discuss next time?
I think we should pick up on the friendship thing. I think
Yeah,
that
I
was
feel
really
like
good.
there's a lot
There's
further to
unpack.
go,
Okay.
especially with our psychologists here.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, friendships, relationships.
Yes, relationships.
Astrid?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I love
Yes?
it. Yes,
Okay.
I
In
love
such a case, cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, girls. Thank you, High Heel Panel. Unfiltered.
Unfiltered.